Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video. Today we're gonna take a look at one of the best dropship to date. You know what? I dare say the best dropship, the king of dropships for now. It is the Anvil Asgard. Why? So before I begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. And let's start off with the number one PSA. Do not need to buy. You do not need to buy any of this shit with real money. All you need is a starter pack. And that's it. Okay, so before we do any of the things, let's take a look at what Anvil Asgard brings to the table. And then we're going to do a little short comparison with some, I won't say all, not all, because not all most of the dropships are just meh for me. All right, but it does feel a little not say it does feel the role of certain requirements, and that's why we want to talk a little bit. First thing first, introducing Anvil's new savior of the battle on the battlefield, the Asgard, a heavily armored vehicle dropship. This line literally just made this the hot new toy, and not just a hot new toy, but I would say it is one of those ships. If you want to drop ships, you want to have something that you can deliver a lot of firepower and bring a lot of combat toys, I would say. And this ship fulfills both. Now that's a slight little problem which I'll explain a little bit. All right, so first thing first, heavily armored vehicle dropship. So obviously it can bring a Nova tank, and that's a big pew pew for the ground troops. And of course it is a dropship, so you can carry troops. There are weapons here and there, which is nice. So yeah, single Nova tank. Next up, demolition with an impressive array of missiles. So it has lots and lots of missiles, which is nice. So cool. So defense. Now this defense is like all combat dropships. Either you have a fast vehicle to deliver your combat toys. I'm going to use combat toys instead. Or if you want to stay longer in the battlefield, heavy armor, definitely you will fly a little bit slower. So in this case, the Asgard is heavily armored and shielding, which is crazy. So this is kind of a combat. Okay, this definitely fulfills the role of a blockade runner, because you can carry toys as well. Like you can carry vehicles. That's a big deal, and it's heavily armored. So yes. Okay, not bother with skins. Yeah, let's see. I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't have any. Like Valhalla. Really? Bronze? I mean, it's cool, but nah. Alright, factory standard. So it comes with 180 SCU. That's a good amount of cargo if you don't want to do combat. That's great. Next up, pilot control weapons. One dual gimbal, size 3. 4 size 3 mounts, and that's a total of 6 size 3 forward shooting. Do note the 4 mounts is forward shooting, so you cannot turn, so that's limited to the forward arc. The only thing that you can do a little bit sideways is the gimbal, which is at the nose, but it also only satisfies the 180-degree arc. Better than nothing. You can swap in between the two. Not say swap, you can group it. You want forward-facing firepower, no problem. If you want to do a little sweep and I won't say recon. What's that word? Overwatch. If you want to do a little bit of Overwatch, sure. You have an 180 degrees arc, which is nice. And you have a bespoke missile rack, 16 size 3, and that is up here. So yeah, this guy really brings a lot of firepower, which is cool. And this is the one that makes the Asgard the king of dropships for now. Dropships, okay? Not gunship or gunboat. Just dropships, right? You fly in and then you just clear the path, everything in front of you, like a A10, and then you just drop a tank and then you just scoot out, and yeah. Do note there are sight guns as well, which is for gunner, so it can fulfill as a kinda a soft gunship. You know, I'm not gonna say gunship, dropship, right? Dropship. Ignore the price tag because we are not going to compare about price. Obviously, this ship is going to be expensive. $350, but if you go for the Warborn edition, $325. Now, for a dropship price, this is actually cheap. There you go. It's not cheap, right? It's just cheaper than its counterpart, which is the Valkyrie, which is why? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. The Valkyrie is my go-to recommendation when it comes to dropship because it has everything. Enough firepower, enough man turrets, you have sight gunner doors for if you want to fulfill a little bit of a gunship role. It has a top turret, so it has enough pew pew, but that's the question. Or it has a decent cargo size, but with the Anvil Asgard, I can say the Valkyrie is literally power crap. That's the word that I hardly use. So the Valkyrie is kinda useless for now, which is rough, which is very very rough. So we're gonna take a look why. Number one, cargo. All right, I can run better cargo. I have better weapons. I can carry a bigger vehicle or the biggest vehicle for now, which is no. I cannot say the biggest vehicle yet because it can fit a Nova tank. The problem is the Spartan bigger than the tank? Longer? Longer probably. So yeah. And that's it. That's it. That's really, really it. And of course the size of the Asgard is big, right? 48 in length and 31 in width. So if we were to look at the Valkyrie, 46 in length, not much. 15 in width, not much. Oh, no, I'll take it back. Width, is it really 15 meters? This is double. Literally, this double. But the length is not. Length is okay, so it's wider. You know, I assume it's wider because it can fit a tank, whereas the Valkyrie can fit a Cyclone. So with that, the Asgard, because of its price point-ish, for its combat prowess for the pilot, and it can carry a big land vehicle easily. This became the king of dropship. Yeah, you know, that's it. That's really, really it. We're going to take a look a little bit about the spec before we end. So Valkyrie is a size 4. Okay. Asgard is a size 4. Now this is one thing I want to put out. Because we have two ships of the same size. One is just wider, one is just narrower. Because of the power crap, you know what? I want to say that the Asgard should be at least one size bigger than the Valkyrie. It has to be. It has to be for one and only one reason. The reason for you to choose between the Asgard and the Valkyrie is the size. Hear me out. All right, so this one I bring a little bit from an RPG side and EVE Online. So certain mission, you only can fly a certain size into the zone. Some sort like a jump gate, all right? So if you want to jump gate, there's different size, right? Size 1, size 2, size 3, size 4, size 5, right? Regardless how they put it. So you need a range. Of course, the bigger the ship, if you can bring it into the battlefield, they will dominate in general. And as a sandbox game, that's one of the small little, I would say, I won't say complain, but I would say it is something to talk about because if it's a pure sandbox, no, if it's an unrestricted, we don't want to use the word sandbox because sandbox means many things. If it's an unrestricted combat, then it's battle of the wallets. Literally, it will be the battle of the wallets. It would be whoever can bring the biggest ship into the combat, into the battlefield, and they will just dominate outright. That is, I won't say it's unfair, but that's how it is, unrestricted. However, with unrestricted, we need at least a small little portion of the, not just combat, but activities that is size restricted. Hear me out. So you want to put a little challenge, like, yes, sure, you can bring the biggest ship and you just win, right? It's literally the word pay to win. But no, we want to have a little bit of variety. We want to have some challenges, requirements. So certain activities you can only bring up to a certain size. And then that's where you can see the difference between people who just throw money on the screen and says, yay, I win, aka pay to win, versus people, even they can throw money on the screen, but you need some skills behind it in order to win, air quote, or, get some results. So that's how I put it. The Asgard and the Valkyrie needs a distinctive choice. And in sandbox, I know it's very hard to implement this type of stuff because you can't satisfy everyone, which is what the developers should do a little bit. You can't please everyone, but at the same time, you must make a meaningful choice between why you want to pick up the Anvil Asgard or the Anvil Valkyrie, not just with real money, but in the game itself. That's it. Yeah, it's like small over here, so hopefully this stays at I wouldn't say this is small. This is probably medium. This should be large. Okay, so that's it. That's all I want to say, because if this is the same size and everything, then the Anvil Asgard literally just power crap all the dropships. Literally every single dropship. With that, that's all I have for you. Now, would I pick up the Anvil Asgard? The answer is no, because I have a bigger ship that I want. See, there is always a bigger ship in the pool when it comes to this. But if that ship does not exist, the Anvil Asgard, you know what? Because it can fit a Nova tank, I most likely will if I need a dropship in my fleet. But because I have a bigger ship, and it's the Drake Ironclad, that's a fun ship to play around. But that's a whole different category, so I'm not gonna talk in this video. So at the end of the day, the Anvil Asgard is the best dropship pick, regardless if you want to spend with real money, I dare say that, or not. The only difference is, if you want to spend with real money, please do not buy this ship outright. Just grab it with upgrade offer. So in this case, you have a Warborn upgrade. Just do that path, right? Grab the cheaper, not the cheapest, grab the discounted version, 325. Get the next closest thing, which is a Constellation Aquila. Now, I know Aquila in general, it will go a little bit more often on, Warborn upgrade offer. Yeah, Warborn deal. You know what, let's make it shorter. Warborn deal. Aquila is a good point. The mole is, I hardly see the mole being offered for upgrade, but still better than nothing. Do not grab the Carbon and Talos edition. That's just bad. Skype, no. Starfarer also. Eclipse is a bit different. Yeah, but I do see Eclipse as well. But you know what? No, Aquila and Mole is actually quite rare compared to Starfarer, Eclipse. Now, the one I'm waiting is the Paladin. Prowler utility, right now you can get it, and it has I think it has Warborn upgrade offer as well, or Warborn edition, which is great, and you get to enjoy two of the most shining, two brand new ships. Yes, yeah, I need to bring this guy up to date. And not up to date, I need to get a review up soon. Vanguard Harbinger, Hartley, MX, another new kit on the block, but this is too much because you're paying quite a lot of difference. No, go away. Shoo! You want to get as close to the $320 mark. So in this case, the Constellation Aquila, the Mole, and that's about it. I just realized that's about it. So yeah, I would grab the Aquila. in general. But if you want something that is non-combat, the mole is a nice little multi-crew mining ship that you can test it out if you want to. All right, that's it. All right, a bit long-winded. That's all I have for you for today. So don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. Until then, I will see you in the verse and fly dangerous.